Hi, I'm Veronica Campbell with Integrated Manual Physical Therapy, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the coregous ball. You can use a Pilates ball and other balls, but this is a great tool to work with breath work to help with detoxing the liver. So I've shown some videos about this to help work with the psoas and the abdominal fascia. You can take those same principles and work over the liver area. What you can do also is all the skin over the liver shares the same nerves to the liver itself. So if you take the coregous ball and you work on it on the skin and you put it on your skin and you take it and you twist the ball till you feel the skin get tight, you're starting to affect the shared nerves to the liver itself. Then you can work with sitting tall and slouching and rotating and working all the skin over the whole liver itself to free up the skin and the fascia on the outside to influence the inside, because things go both ways. Then to work with the liver itself, the liver is like a giant wet Nerf football. It's filtering 1 to 2 liters of blood a minute. It's making I think it's 800 milliliters of bile a day. There's a lot of fluid in there. So the liver receives all the blood flow from the intestines. It's 70% of the blood flow to the liver is from the intestines, from the portal vein. So it's dealing with all the toxins and absorptions and micronutrients coming in. The liver has something like almost 500 functions. So it's this giant filter, though, that really plays a huge role in our immune system and how we filter toxins and how we filter hormones. And so I talk a little bit about it related to menopause and perimenopause and how important liver viscoelasticity or sponginess or ability to filter is important. How do you work on that yourself? This is a tool for that. If you really want it treated really well, try to find a Baral practitioner that can work with the liver, the viscoelastic techniques to help your liver function better and filter better. But the self-care, so what you're going to do, your liver's on your right side, it's below the diaphragm. So even breath work is pushing that liver up and down and working with it. So every time you work with breath work, that can help move the liver a little bit better. And then if you think of for females at their bra strap just below, comes slightly across midline, is this whole liver to the bottom of your rib cage. So it's quite huge and wraps all the way around the back. So you can lay on it anywhere from the front and work all the way around the side, all the way around the back with breath work. Inhale, exhale, moving the liver, adding pressure, adding fulcrums to help massage the liver and help it ideally filter a little better. So if I were just going to start with straight to the side to get the big majority of it, I'm going to put it right under from the bottom of my rib cage to just below my bra strap sort of line, and just lie in it and support myself. And you want to play with how much pressure you put into it by supporting and unloading and then loading into it. So don't start full on into it, because that could be quite intense, especially if you have any ribs that are a little stuck or sore. So just start unloaded and play with breath. And so you're just breathing in, and when you breathe in, you inhale and you push into the ball, you squeeze that ball, and you exhale and you release and you melt over it. So you're working with compression and decompression of all the cells in the liver. And so as you work with that, in a few breaths, you start to sink down. So after a few breaths, you can start to sink down slowly on it. Maybe you support your head on your arm. And again, you inhale, my body raises up off the ball. So I'm pushing into the ball with my diaphragm and my breath and my rib cage. And then I exhale and I melt onto it a little more. Now I could stay here and do some more breath. I can also pick my feet up when I inhale and exhale. I call it the little mermaid tail. And now you're changing some of the thoracolumbar fascia, your oblique fascia, to work with all the tensions that could go in and around the liver. You can roll slightly forward onto it and do all of these same things to get more of the anterior aspect of the front part of the liver. You could roll more posterior, so I'm going to have to kind of move myself forward, or to the back side and kind of arch over it a little bit. If that's too much, start supported again. As you find a new angle, maybe you have to start supported. Maybe I have to start here, and then I can slowly work my way down. And then once I've done a few breaths and I've melted over that, I can add my feet in this angle, which is really hard for me because I have some tightness there. So I need to work this angle a little more for myself. So these are ways to massage and free up that whole liver area to help it filter and function a little bit better.